What's going on, AFC Northerners? Gabriel Bellotti here for Steelers Nation. All right, so let's just kind of dive right into this one. I'm not too happy that Pittsburgh's coming on to a Thursday game after having a game on Sunday. It's just not nearly enough time to recoup. So it worries me. Injuries are going to worry me a little bit for this game, for both sides, because Carolina just played on Sunday as well. So, and it's a little worse for Carolina because they've got to come to Pittsburgh for the stadium. So this game is going to be an interesting one to watch tomorrow night, and I'm kind of glad that it's a Thursday night game for the fact of I think this is going to be a pretty big game. You've got what I believe to be two playoff teams, two possible Super Bowl contenders with the way that they've been playing going head to head. So I think we're going to see a really hard fought game. I think it's going to be whoever comes out really just slinging first is possibly going to be the one that's going to win this. It's just, Carolina's got a good defense, and you've got two offenses that are really similar right now. You've got, they've got Greg Olsen as their tight end, who is big, and he's good, and Pittsburgh has been defensively awful at guarding tight ends. So I can see Greg Olsen having a pretty decent day, depending on how our defense wants to play on tomorrow night. So the other thing about it, too, is they've also got wide receivers that can stretch the field. And then you've got Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey's a great running back. And not only that, but he's a pass catcher, too. So it's offensively, Carolina's fairly similar. And they've got a really mobile quarterback, which is what we've been struggling with this season. And it's been a big problem. So I think really, if Pittsburgh's going to win this, they've got to be able to get off the line and really just try and shake up Newton, which is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. Their defense is good, but our offense has been able to really open up holes and get James Conner. So I think it's going to be a battle between who gets more yards between Conner and McCaffrey, and then it's going to just be a battle of the quarterbacks, really. The defenses, whoever's defense shows up more, of course, obviously, is really going to take this one. There's been some games where we've had more takeaways taken from us, like more balls taken from us, and still won. But I think really whoever wins the battle of takeaways on this is going to be the one that runs away with it. One stat that I will say, I was looking back through it, and 3 of Carolina's last 5 games have all been at home where they've dominated. But on the road, it's a little bit of a different story. They either lose or win by anywhere between 3 to 6 points. So the fact that they're coming into Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is riding a 4-game win streak, and not just a 4-game win streak. You got to realize Pittsburgh's won their last 3 have all been divisional games. It was Cincinnati right before the bye. We come out of the bye. Typically out of the bye, we don't win those games a lot, and usually, especially when it's against a shitty team. But what we did differently against Cleveland was Cleveland, yes, is on the rise, but still the way they've been playing lately, it's more like classic Cleveland. So we came out of the bye, and we won to a team that is below 500, which is a big thing for this season. If you really think about it, it kind of goes into the coaches' terms, and I'm really thinking that we're finally starting to get pieces where we really need them, especially on offense, because we've been hot. We've been riding hot, and the defense, it's young, and it's getting there, and it's getting better. I am going to say I'm glad Artie Burns got benched. He's had years with this team, and he has been more of a liability than he has, actually making plays. So let's see what Sensabaugh can do. Let's see what Cameron Sutton can do. I'd actually like to see Mike Hilton on the right with Hayden on the left. I know Mike Hilton's the backup for Hayden, but I think Hilton deserves to be over there on the right. If he can learn the right, I think Hayden and Hilton are amazing centerpieces for cornerbacks for that defense. And we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be a great game. I'm excited to watch it. I really think that this is going to come down to points. It's going to simply come down to points. It's going to come down to who comes out of the gate first. and who really scores. If it's 3 points, the game's still open, but I think whoever scores that first and keeps the momentum is really just going to take this away. And we have the possibility of doing that. If we can come out and either force a 3-and-out and get a touchdown, then we can really control the pace of this game. We're at home. James Conner's been playing phenomenally. This team, the defense and the offense, both are riding a 4-game wave streak, and that can either mean two things for Pittsburgh. It can either mean we're going to continue to ride this wave, or we get way too cocky and we lose. I'm going to make a prediction, and I'm going to say it's going to be 41-38 Pittsburgh. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think that there's weaknesses in both defenses that these offenses can really just exploit. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to say 41-38 Pittsburgh. J.J. Watt gets a sack. Tua gets a sack. And I see Conner having a 150-yard day. Let's say 165. He gets 110 and 55. He gets 110 rushing and 55 receiving with 2 touchdowns. That's my thoughts on this. So tell me what you guys think. I know you will. You always do. We appreciate that. We love when you interact with us and we can interact back with you. So tell me your thoughts. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them. We love you all. And I will sign off by saying, fuck the Panthers, fuck the Patriots, and peace out.